Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So, I was right. I have here the confirmation. Zelensky tries to isolate Zaluzhny, General Zaluzhny, from the other people in command. That is, Zelensky bypasses Zaluzhny in dealing with other leaders, commanders, generals in the military. I said this in one or two videos, I think two videos before, where I said this is what Zelensky is going to try to do. That's why he wanted to fire those three guys. If you remember, I said they're going to fire three generals. And I said probably they're going to do that in order to isolate Zaluzhny from the leadership and possibly appoint the defense minister. He's the one who will appoint, who's Umerov. He is the Crimean Tatar, appointed by Zelensky after Reznikov disappeared. By the way, where is Oleksiy Reznikov, the former defense minister of Ukraine, one of the four little pigs? Where is he at? He was dismissed. Was he charged with anything? Was he convicted? Is he in prison? Was he court-martialed? Was he Nope, I haven't heard one word about Reznikov. One word. I will get to him. So, I said in this war between Zelensky and Zaluzhny, Zelensky will try to isolate first Zaluzhny. As I said, they were talking about, together with the defense minister, together with the SBU, who are the guys where those are Zelensky's people for, whatever, for a period of time until someone else gives them a different order. So, and also the National Guard is Zelensky's people. These guys are. In the military, part of the military are Zaluzhny's people. And some of the weasels obviously are with double, how should I put it, how you can, loyalty. Now, let me show you. You can find in one of these videos, I think it was the one down here, the last, not the last one, this one where I said I was right, Ukraine civil war started, Zelensky warns Zelensky, and this was November 21st. And then again, Zelensky consolidates his forces for the civil war against Zaluzhny's army. I think this was the one that I really spoke about isolation. And it was another one when they said that they will fire the generals. Let me see. Let me just show you the article that we have today instead of going to this one, which is this. Media from Kiev Independent. Zelensky bypassing, quote-unquote, Zaluzhny in communication with some commanders. This is from the Kiev Independent. This is not from Sputnik, Russia Today, or TASS or anything like that. And this is from today, December 4th, 2023. Now, what else do you want? This is clear what's going on when the Zelensky's office claims that everything is fine between, they're just dandy. I think it was the relationship is fantastic. What's his name? Not Budanov. I have it in my head, but I can't remember his name. Another weasel said, there's two of them came. Everything is just fine. No, it's not fine. But it's fine for the Russians, but not fine for the Ukrainians. So President Zelensky is allegedly, and I'm quoting, bypassing Commander-in-Chief Valery Zaluzhny in communication with some commanders, complicating the latter's ability to fully command Ukraine's armed forces. Ukrainska Pravda reported on December 4th, citing anonymous sources. Of course, anonymous. They don't want to be arrested and then charged with cooperating with the Russians, right? The news comes amid speculation in Western and Ukrainian media about alleged disagreements between Zelensky and Zaluzhny, which have received a lot of public attention following Zaluzhny's sobering op-ed on the state of the war for The Economist. Instead of directly communicating with Zaluzhny, the president maintains parallel communication lines with chiefs of some military branches, such as Ground Forces Commander Syrskyi. That's another one, right? And I'm going to show you Syrskyi in another article I have ready here for you. Or Air Force Commander Mykola Oleshchuk, sources told news outlet. Zaluzhny allegedly received some information from his subordinates only at the Supreme Commander-in-Chief's headquarters meeting. And I'm quoting, there is an impression that Zelensky has divided the armed forces into two groups, the good one, commanded by Syrski and other favorites, and the bad one, subordinate to Zaluzhny. And I'm quoting, a person from Zaluzhny inner circle told Ukrainska Pravda. This greatly demotivates the commander-in-chief and, most importantly, prevents him from commanding the entire military. This is, as I said, a revolution, a little coup, a little, how they call it, insurrection. There will be a civil war in that country. I said this, I think, in May last year, maybe June. I think in June I said one thing that could happen in Ukraine is exactly this. Some will refuse to fight anymore against, continue to fight against the Russians, and the other says, no, you have to, and they're going to split, and they're going to fight. And the Russians, as I said a few times, are going to wait. And after these guys are done, then they come in, or they push the final blow. So let's see what else these guys have to say, and then I'm going to go to the other article, where I'm going to show how, an example. When I saw this, the article comes from the 30th, I think, of November. So it's been about 5 days. When I saw that article, I was, should I make a video yet? Should I say something about it? Because this seems to me, it proves that Zelensky is isolating Zaluzhny. What? Zelensky paid a visit to the front in Zaporozhye Oblast together with the defense minister, Umerov. So I haven't seen Zaluzhny. He didn't have to be over there. But to me, it was strange because when Reznikov was the defense minister, I haven't seen Reznikov going together with Zelensky on the front. I either saw one or one or the other. I don't remember them going together ever. I don't remember. Maybe they were, but I don't remember. And I watch these things, and I'm reading them at least 3 times a day. All of them. I'm talking about all of them. Kiev Independent, Ukrainska Pravda, New Voice of Ukraine, and that's another one, Ukraine Forum. I have at least four main media outlets. I read them every day, at least 3 times a day. And I don't remember these kind of things, like together going. Maybe they were, but can't remember, and I'm not, I don't have a memory problem. Nevertheless, we make mistakes. So let's see what else these guys are saying. What else? Ukrainska Pravda source claimed that Zelensky sometimes makes decisions in military matters guided by political reasons. One named example was the president's dismissal of all regional enlistment of officers following reports of extensive corruption. I covered this and I said you did not know if all of them were, guilty of doing something. You just dismissed them without an investigation. All right, this caused friction with Zaluzhny, who, while acknowledging the need to fight corruption, pointed out issues with mobilization efforts. One of the sources told Ukrainska Pravda, what appeared to be a quick and decisive move from a political point of view reportedly had complex consequences in the military sphere. Recent personnel changes, such as replacement of Special Operations Forces Commander Viktor Korenko, had a similar effect, Ukrainska Pravda wrote. The Kiev Independent could not verify the claims. Now these are some of the reasons they point out, might have caused the friction or examples. Let me show you the article. It was from the 30th of, that's why I thought it was 30th, but here it says 3 days ago. Well, let's say it was 30th, but doesn't really matter, a few days ago. So Kiev Independent, Ukraine latest, world latest, Zelensky visits Kharkiv, Zaporozhye Oblast as harsh winter looms on front line. And here is Syrski. I know Syrski, not personally, but that's right there. I know his weasel. I don't know he's this short. And that's over there another, that's Umerov over there, I'm guessing. And this is the, what seems to be the chief of staff, another Zelensky Stein, what's his name? Yermak, Alexei, doesn't matter, Yermak, that's Yermak. This is the defense minister, this is Syrski, this is the triangle, the Bermuda Triangle. And here it is, Zelensky and Umerov visit military command post in Kupiansk. Zelensky travels to Zaporozhye, holds meeting on front fortifications. Okay, let's see, would they say anything here, anything else? President Volodymyr Zelensky and Defense Minister Umerov visited the military command post on the Kupiansk front amid Russia's ongoing pop. Yeah, I was right here. Zelensky and Umerov met ground forces commander Oleksandr Syrsky, who briefed them. So he's over there, but the other Zaluzhny is not. So this one, I wanted to make this video, So that article, when I saw it, as I said, I think it was on the 30th. When I saw that, I was, let's make a video. But then this one, I think, is even better because they confirm that these guys are bypassing Zaluzhny. And as I said, Zaluzhny either gets court-martialed and then thrown in jail because they're going to say it's corruption or, you did something wrong. They tried to catch him with the Southern Front. There's some investigation started by the president's office to Zaluzhny up. How? They said that at the beginning of the Russian special military operation in the south, they gained territory too fast. And they were wondering how that happened in Kherson, so north of the Crimean Peninsula. And they said, how did that happen? It was a failure. Why did that happen? So now they tried to probably place that on, what's his name, Zaluzhny's head, with everything. They're going to probably, with everything, they want to get rid of him. And then they said, then the other option is find him that he's collaborating with the Russians somehow. The other one, he's going to be blackmailed with something, and Zaluzhny is going to go into retirement with his millions or billions, I don't know exactly how much, or he's just going to leave the country, going to the United States of America or whomever, if he's ousted by Zelensky. But I don't think Zelensky, or he's going to Zelensky up is going to just conduct a real insurrection. So let me show you this map. So here he is investigated, or at least the weasel Zelensky said, how come the Russians were able to take these two right here, Zaporozhye and Kherson Oblast right here, these two so fast, get to the Dnieper River. It was a failure. How come that happened? And it was Zaluzhny. That's according to some article. I heard this before, and now I heard it more often. So that means they're trying to make people aware. See, he failed. See, he screwed up. So therefore, he's not good. Another article coming from the Russians this time asked this question a while ago, which was about a month and a half ago. Why so much reverence to General Zaluzhny when actually he didn't do anything spectacular? Why so the Iron General and so on? Well, you can say he stopped the front. But he stopped it, but he was pushed back and then stopped. When NATO intervened, actually the front stabilized, and then little things. So anyway, I don't know much about Zaluzhny. Personally, I think he's one of the only, I would say, guy in the, I don't know about Syrsky, but when I see Syrsky associated with Zelensky, it's all gone for me. You can say, yeah, but Zaluzhny was associated. Yes and no. I never had this vibe that they are one. So anyway, so Zaluzhny will probably go and take care of Zelensky with his army, or you're going to have a real civil war over there between Zelensky's faction of the military together with SBU, the secret police or security forces, and with the National Guard and whomever he's got over there against whatever Zaluzhny can get together. That is my prediction, most likely to happen over there, unless the Americans are trying to remove Zelensky out of the office and Zelensky will say no, and then his bodyguards will be activated. Hey, you gotta take care of him, okay? And they're gonna take care of Zelensky, or gonna pick him up and send him to London or to Israel. I don't know if he's gonna go to Israel anymore under the current circumstances over there, or United States. These three: London, the first one; Israel, the second one; United States, the third one. These are usually the locations where they run from justice. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.